Today is the new moon in Cancer. We are talking about reaffirming, healing, and self-care. The new moon is a reset point. We're beginning a new moon cycle, a new theme, and we are going to be focusing in this coming moon cycle on self-care, caring in general, how we care for one another, and the themes of how we get our needs met. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Friday, July 5th. We've had quite a lot going on in the collective. Mercury is in Leo, and I've noticed that a lot of people are not holding back in sharing their thoughts and opinions, myself included, right? I've had some videos from this week in depth on sort of the situation, how it connects with astrology, especially with yesterday's Independence Day and thinking about freedom, thinking about democracy, how we live up to the ideals of the United States, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution. How do we live up to the ideals that define and shape who we are? So in yesterday's video on the 4th of July, if you were spending time with family or otherwise not on YouTube, you may want to go and review that video, because I did do a deeper dive sort of on what's going on with democracy, how it connects to astrology, and how we can think about the bigger picture of freedom and participate in being part of the healing going forward. There is so much to say. So the moon today, the new moon in Cancer, is reset. It's a reset point, and so we're beginning a new moon cycle. We're also completing the previous moon cycle that began with the new moon in Gemini. So we had an information packed month, as it was all about the previous moon cycle was all about communication, information, learning, mental processing, asking questions, asking deeper questions. And of course, I believe with the Supreme Court rulings of the past week, that we've had more of the information coming out into the open, where we have a little bit more of a grasp on exactly what's going on, what we're up against, right? And now we have the opportunity to process what it means. Neptune and Saturn are now retrograde, so we go inward with some of this learning and connecting with what's important to us, what is meaningful to us, how we turn what is meaningful into a real way of operating, which is Saturn, a structure, a system. Where do our systems need attention? How do we do that? All of those questions there's going to be a lot of soul searching from everyone as with the Saturn and Neptune both retrograde, and that energy going inward in terms of how we are thinking about these things at deeper levels. So the Neptune energy being at the very, very end of Pisces is a culmination point. It is well, as we can see, it's kind of a revelation, right? It's kind of a deeper look, as a revealing of what it is we are up against, and how are we going to deal with that, right? What are we going to do about it? How do we show up? What does it mean? So now with Neptune retrograde, spending more time in Pisces, we have to regroup and reevaluate and think about where we are, who we are, and what it means for how we do things. So next year, when both Saturn and Neptune go into Aries and then retrograde back into Pisces and then forward back into Aries again, they will be together, both shifting into Aries, so forming a conjunction between these two outer planets, which is itself a reset point. And again, as I mentioned yesterday, with both going into Aries, we have an opportunity to think about where we need to take a stand, what it is we care about, what we want to protect and defend, and how we are going to do that through being who we are and emerging into new possibilities, that rebirth energy of especially the very beginning of Aries. We have also Uranus in Taurus, which is bringing and has been bringing these themes of change, of shakeup to what we consider to be normal. So the normal, the regular, the what we can depend on and count on is also shifting and changing. What will that look like? It brings instability and disruption as that change process is happening. But ultimately, what it is doing is creating a new normal. And so there's a lot of potential for creating what we want through this process. And so the more hand wringing we do, the more we are in our fears, the more we're waiting for somebody to fix it for us. We're losing time in terms of having our own ability to show up, be a force for healing, be a force for positivity, connecting with other people, recognizing that even though we don't agree on everything, we can still recognize and respect one another and work together to find the things we do agree on and how we can create those together. So Uranus helping us create a new normal, Pluto in Aquarius reminding us that the ways of the past are not going to work anymore going into the future. And how do we respond to that? How do we shift into a true experience of freedom and independence? How do we remake ourselves in ways that are more aligned with that going forward? So that's all background for today's Cancer new moon, which is about caring. So Cancer is the sign of the mother, and it represents an archetype. So it's not just the mother, but it's what the energy of mothering represents. It is caring, it is attending to feelings, it is processing our emotions, it is asking ourselves how to get our needs met. And so the Cancer new moon is an opportunity to set our intentions around getting our needs met and thinking about what that means for you, thinking about what self-care looks like for you, where you need to evaluate your priorities, rearrange some things in your life, create new habits and patterns, anything that's going to be helpful for you, supportive for you to be your best self, to participate in this bigger picture process of creating the future. So self-care is the foundation of everything. I've been saying that, and I had yesterday's video. I've also had some other great videos this week on Wednesday, July 3rd, there was a video about self-care and how to think about it, how to think about and show up for yourself as we navigate these times. Last Sunday, June 30th, I had a video about the presidential debate and what was happening and being shaken up by people's reactions to that and how people felt about that and what it means. So lots of great information I've been sharing with you this week. lots of change happening, right? This is the time to be thinking about who we are, what we care about, and how we care for ourselves is at the foundation of our ability to show up, our ability to move forward despite whatever distractions there are, right? The fears, the losing of the illusion of what's going to help us or save us or how this is all going to be okay somehow. We are instead needing to step more fully into who we are so that we can show up in the ways that are authentic for each one of us, to be, again, a force for positivity, a force for healing, a force for caring in the world, and show up shining your light in ways that can make a difference for others. And the more of that we have, the more confirmation we have of what we are capable of creating together. And so I don't know what's going to happen. Any astrologer tells you that they do know what's going to happen. Take that with a grain of salt, because astrology gives us a sense of the energies. It doesn't tell us what's going to happen. So it reminds us that we are creating what is going to happen, right? It's not written in stone yet. We are active participants in shaping the future. So taking this and reclaiming our ability to make choices within our lives, show up to be a force for healing and caring and positivity, and how we can do that in the present moment based on what is before us right now, today, next week, in every given moment. That is where our power is. And so bringing it back to that, bringing it back to Cancer new moon and self-care, and how you can best care for and support yourself so that you can be the best person you are and do what you're here to do and be energized so that you can be positive and show up as a force for healing and caring for one another. I'm Marina Orms, and I have a special offer right now, an Independence Day recorded reading to look at your chart and help you understand at this moment, right, this crucial moment in history, how you can best show up and what is being asked of you by the universe. So how you can trust and move forward in ways that are authentic, in ways that are in alignment with your chart. That's a recorded reading special offer I have right now. $97. Choose a time on my calendar and I will record a 30-minute reading for you on that specific topic. Let me know if you have specific questions when you sign up for the reading, and then I can give you some feedback that will help you know the best path for you in terms of how to respond to this time of shakeup and change and creativity, and make choices within all of the possibilities that are available. I also have a guided meditation, only $15, can support you deeply with your own self-care process for the Cancer new moon. I have been putting out a guided meditation for each new moon and full moon to help you align with the moon cycle, work with these energies. And I will say this guided meditation for tomorrow, for the Cancer new moon on July 5th, will be is powerful. It is a deeply supportive, deeply caring, helping you create inner resources and reserves to support you moving forward. So only $15 for the guided meditation. The recorded reading is $97. I've got the links for both of those offers in this in the notes for this video. Thank you so much for being here. My website is astrologyheals.com. I'm Marina Orms. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following me. And I will be here as we move through this time together, giving you the insights from astrology that can help you maintain your own unshakable self care. All right. I will see you next time. Bye for now.